Spartacus, Oliver Cromwell, George Washington, and Leon Trotsky, famous revolutionary figures all across history that are known for their actions that overthrew a corrupt or invading government. Their actions brought about change, some good, some bad, and wars were fought to liberate the weak and the helpless. This is a story about a revolutionary figure, someone who wishes to bring peace and help those who are weak, no matter how much energon is spilled. Our story begins a long time ago, in a place far away from Earth, in the Cybertron star system. This is during an era where most Cybertronians would call peace. But to others there is no peace, only tyranny. On mining outpost C-12, Senator Decimus has arrived with his guard to announce to all of the workers that the mine is being shut down. Decimus knows they won't like it, but doesn't care. They are just wrecks that need to be ironed out to make the system of gathering energon more efficient. An unnecessary step that wastes energon and resources. But of course, like any other politician, he says the opposite of how he feels. He thanks the workers for their hard work and tries to quickly clear them out so they can install the automatic systems. However, when one worker speaks out the truth, Decimus orders his guards to silence him, and that results in a full-scale riot, which ended with Decimus injured and most of the workers either killed or arrested. One such worker, a humble miner named Megatron, even went so far as to kill one guard in a fit of rage. When the rage ended, he's shaken at what he's done and is quietly brought on board to the ship called the Longshot, to either go to jail or be broken down into parts. While en route, he meets two little mischief makers looking for trouble, Rumble and Frenzy. They saw what Megatron did and want his help so they can blow this popsicle stand. After some hesitation, he agrees, and the two mini-cons distract the guards while Megatron takes them out. They free the other prisoners and take over the Longshot. Close by, Senator Decimus' ship flies by, and the Longshot rams into it and flies away to the worst place on Cybertron, Kaon. The news about two missing ships and a senator gets sent to Sentinel Prime, head of security in Kaon. Knowing how much the Senate is going to ride up his tailpipe if he doesn't get Decimus back, Sentinel Prime makes it his mission to stop this resistance before it gets out of hand. Some time has passed, and we see Megatron literally killing his 1980s toyline competition in the gladiatorial arena. He has risen through the ranks to be the top bot, and is in charge to oversee the construction of a new arena to fight in. Meanwhile, Senator Ratbat is overseeing the news and is tasking his assistant to manipulate the stock market that would best line his pockets. His attention is caught when he sees the news about the gladiatorial fights and takes particular interest in its ringleader, Megatron. This underground gladiatorial arena is becoming quite popular, with thousands of recordings leaking into the general public. While these might be entertaining, the number of laws they're breaking is troublesome for Sentinel Prime. He opts to have 8 Paramount squads staking out future arena locations to put an end to this nonsense. One of these locations is where the magic happens, right in front of the optics of Bumper and Fastback. They see the arena built right in front of their optics by 6 green-colored bots that transform into construction vehicles, and are even more surprised when they see Megatron arrive to oversee the construction. Okay, that's a lie. He was asked to come here by a mysterious informant, Ratbat's assistant, Soundwave. He's here on behalf of his boss to provide Megatron with various weapons to do as he sees fit. A tempting offer, but Megatron has a few pests to deal with first, namely Bumper and Fastback. He kills Fastback, and Bumper tells him where he can cram it, and calls him a psychopath. But before Megatron could show Bumper how he became the gladiatorial champion, Soundwave has a more finesse approach. Soundwave scans Bumper's mind, and aside from telling Megatron what he already knows, concludes that Bumper is neither a threat nor a suitable hostage. Megatron is pleased to hear this and wishes to do business with Soundwave's boss. In the meantime, he brutally kills Bumper, so much that everyone present is shocked at this savage act. Bumper might have been right calling Megatron a psychopath, and Megatron wonders if he might have been right when he looks down at his reflection in the spilled Energon and wonders what he is becoming. After a fight that made Megatron left-handed, Soundwave comes in saying he found some flyers Megatron requested. Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream. Starscream is delighted to finally meet his idol, and swears undying loyalty to him. While they won't be joining Megatron in the arena, Megatron has another mission for them, suited for their talents. Meanwhile, a funeral is being held in service for Bumper and Fastback. Sentinel Prime is there giving a eulogy, along with a crap ton of cameos. Their deaths at the hands of these outlaws will only be tragic if it is without purpose. They did not die in vain, because these outlaws now have their attention. Senator Decimus, having survived his little space adventure, is now being rewarded for his efforts for making the Energon mines more efficient by installing automatic systems, complete with a statue and a parade. It would have been a perfect day had it not been for Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp to drop by, blow stuff up, and kidnap the senator for the purpose of sending a message. All of the various outcasts from all over Cybertron gather in a secret place to hear Megatron's announcement. In the arena, they all wear a badge. A badge that means something to so many of the forgotten Cybertronians all across Cybertron. A badge that represents strength and power. A badge that makes them feel like they haven't been forgotten. A badge that makes them feel alive. A badge that is removed when the fight is over and they leave the arena. But what if the fight was never over, and the whole of Cybertron was the arena? What if the badge stood for all of them, and they fought against those who oppressed them? Those like Senator Decimus? Luckily for the Senator, Sentinel Prime Squad busts in and arrests everyone there. They are all brought to Kaon Prison, and Starscream shows his true colors and tried to save his own tailpipe by revealing everything he knows, which, according to Megatron, is literally everything. Starscream is taken in front of the Kaon Council. However, he's not here to appeal to the Council or plead innocent. He's here to send a message. The Council, this system, created them. They made it possible through their corruption and self-interest. They caused this revolution. They just gave it a badge. With help of Soundwave, he kills everyone in the Council and takes off to free everyone in the prisons. This is where all hell breaks loose, and Senator Ratbat sees the writing on the wall and tries to bail and head to Iacon. Soundwave confronts him, and he reveals that he's the one that initiated to automate the mine Megatron worked at as a way to make serious profit. You heard that right, folks. 4 million years of war and hardships were caused by a politician. Well, take comfort in knowing that Soundwave dealt swift justice to his former boss. Megatron's party gets ready to attack a cruise vehicle with a bunch of elite. But before that, Starscream gives him a weapon that will make a fair fight the other guy's problem. The airliner goes down, and everyone is scrambling to fight as hard as they can. It's frankly chaos, and Sentinel Prime decides to confront Megatron in his apex armor. Their fight will forever go down in history, where Megatron's resistance will go from a band of thugs to an all-out war. This is the end of the old ways, and the dawn of a new era. And when Sentinel asks what Megatron and his little gang of thugs will do when they march across Cybertron, Megatron has this as a reply. I will create desolation and call it peace. When the dust settles, Sentinel Prime is laying there dead, and every Autobot pulls out a Kaon. Megatron sits atop his throne. The badge he once wore during the arena is now painted onto his chest. Right now, he has many choices to consider and what to plan out next. However, in this new era, it's clear that there's only one choice. One singular choice that really matters. Autobot or Decepticon? I'm having trouble collecting my thoughts on what to say about the story, and I really don't know why. On the surface, it should be easy. It's about the story's about detailing Megatron's origins. That's even in the damn title. But yeah, for some reason, I'm having a really hard time just pinning my overall thoughts on the story as a whole. Uh, and for the life of me, I can't figure out the exact reason why. Uh, I, I, well, maybe one of the reasons I can't figure out why is that because uh, because despite being being about Megatron's origins, we don't really find out much about his actual origin. Like the story pretty much picks up day uh, the day his path towards becoming the Megatron we all know starts. Which is the entire point of the story. I'm aware, but maybe it would have been a good thing to detail what his everyday minor life was like before Senator Decimus came to that mine he worked at. And yeah, uh, another thing of the that I found that I found that sort of makes it hard for me to collect my thoughts on this is that where it really doesn't go into much detail about how unfair life is for the lower class on Cybertron. Now, don't get me wrong, there we do get to see it through snippets of the artwork. It is hinted at in the story, but it's only hinted at. We don't actually see much aside from the ride on C12 or the various screens in Senator Ratbat's Blair, I think. Makes sense since he's a bat, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, the story's good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's just that I feel like it could have gone more into depth about Megatron as a character. Now, I know this is IDW Megatron, and he's going to have one hell of a story arc in the future. I do know that much so. So as a starting point for Megatron as a character and for the larger IDW Transformers universe, it it sets up a lot of good things. Good things that that will be explored later down the line. So it is a good starting point for point to get into all that. And but I felt like it. But I felt like it. But I felt like there could have been a bit more here or there about going into Megatron as a character, because while there is some hesitation from him and about the uh, and the horror about what he just did, like he killed someone and was just shaken by it. After he meets Rumble and Frenzy, he's pretty much uh he pretty much hops on that bang wagon with no hesitation. But yeah, which I found really weird since it did like since it's just like that all of a sudden. So yeah, that's just weird in my opinion. But yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, it, but like I said, but like I said, I think the story is about more than just Megatron. If I'm being honest, it's also about the founding of the Decepticons, okay, which is nice. Yeah, uh, Megatron's speech was really good. Pity it got interrupted by Sentinel, and yeah. One more thing I want to mention, and that's the artwork. Like it's good. It's breathtaking, taking, but for some reason, for some reason, I in particular have a really hard time figuring out what's going on, like, or what is happening. Like scenes don't lead into one another very smoothly. I I found that really odd and weird. Like 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 I think I read the story 4 times at this point, and I still have a hard time trying to follow everything. So yeah, and that's all, only for Megatron Origins. I don't have a problem following the artwork for the rest of the IDW Transformers lineup. So so that could be just chalked up to the artist getting into that groove, you know, you into that groove of doing this, uh, and it gets better down the line, or it could just be me. Either way, either way, I can buy it. Yeah. Overall, really great story. Story. Story detailing the origins of the Decepticons from their perspective. Now that I think about it, and yeah, and a great way to get delving into the greater Transformers IDW universe. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. That anyway, I'm that guy with the tripod. Signing out until the next video. See ya.